I am Angelique Rodriguez-Gunyon, and I own Titan Environmental. So I'm fifth generation born here, and for my grandfather, he was born here, went back to Mexico. So I think that was something that he was always education. And if my mom had to work, he would pick me up from school. He would see your stuff is important, and he would always tell me, you have to do school. You have to be involved. And being the only Hispanic and in honors, I went to Harmon, being one of the only Hispanics in an accelerated class, there wasn't representation. And so I think that's where I did it. My grandmother, like, she goes, because, it's about time. Having 7 kids and a business and, being team moms for different sports and involved with the school. My grandma used to say, they don't make them like they used to. And she would say, because back in the day, you just did. You didn't worry. You didn't have, whether things were good or bad at home, you did for your kids. You were there for your kids. But now, even more so, seeing the kids, I know a lot of kids whose parents do work a lot, or single parents. I've seen a lot of abuse firsthand at places. So knowing that I'm that mom for them, or that coach is that dad, like in my football program that I help with for our football coaches and some of the teachers, I know that the meal that I'm providing or bringing, or the snacks I keep in my truck, are probably some of the only snacks that they're getting. So that's kind of why I do it, because when things hit a couple years ago, and things were bad, it was really, I've noticed how it happens, because I had parents crying to me, hey, I'm looking for a job secretly. Hey, this is happening. How can you help me? Where can I go? And if I have to be that Hispanic face that they recognize, even if it's at Walmart and the kids running up to me calling me Teacher Angie, and I'm like, I'm not a teacher, I'm okay. I'll be that face for them.
Buenas tardes, mi nombre es Araceli Mendoza. Tengo 2 hijas, una de 12 años y una de 9 años. Están aquí en el distrito 76 de Mandalay, Illinois. Pues el primer paso que di yo fue a través de eso, de la entrada de las niñas a la escuela y ver la necesidad que hay a través de las comunidades latinas. O sea, la comunidad latina no tiene mucha representación ni mucho apoyo de voluntarios. Eso fue el primer paso, pero de ahí en adelante, pues ya me he entregado mucho a las escuelas. Soy voluntaria en las escuelas, en las iglesias, en estación de policía y en agencias sin fines de lucro. La empatía tiene que ser del corazón. Nosotros decimos del corazón para poder hacerlo. Ese es el primer punto. Y lo segundo es la necesidad que hay en nuestra comunidad. Hay bastante necesidad, más ahora de marzo para acá, antes del COVID para acá, hay más necesidad todavía en las comunidades. En todas las comunidades, pero más en lo que es la área de los latinos, es donde hay más necesidad, y por eso me nace hacerlo. O sea, pues estar dispuesto a ayudar es empatía por toda la comunidad.
My name is Christy Moreno, and I am currently the Bilingual Director of Advocacy for the Missouri Charter Public School Association. So first and foremost, I want to say that I am Nina and Emilio's mom, 2 brown, bold, bilingual, amazing kids. And as their parent, I have always shown obviously interest in their education and their well-being holistically. And since they started preschool at the Guadalupe centers, I became an involved parent, taking the parent committee leadership role there and engaging with families. And it's been 11 years of me being heavily involved with their education. And I became involved as a Latina, brown, bilingual woman when I realized that I was attending the school gatherings and the parent meetings, and that I was pretty much the only woman of color attending those. And I realized, I know that this group here in this room, with the best intentions as parents, they don't represent the school population necessarily, knowing that our schools are very diverse. So I decided that I was just gonna rally up the, brown and Spanish speaking parents. And I've been doing that work for 10 years. So it's very important to me that knowing that there are parents like me who maybe at times don't feel invited or feel not necessarily like they can participate in their children's education. I want to make sure that they know that they are stakeholders, primary stakeholders in the education of their children, and that if there's a language or cultural barrier, that I can be a bridge and I can help support others and build others to bridge those barriers that maybe are affecting their engagement or their involvement with their schools and their educators.